Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making mini loaf blueberry cakes. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made them, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. We're going to start by making the blueberry sauce. So in this cup, I have blended together blueberries, water, sugar, as well as cornstarch. This is the exact same way I make the strawberry sauce. So I have everything blended and I'm going to add it to a pot and let it cook on medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes until the mixture starts to thicken. You can add the ingredients directly to the pot, but I just find that blending it is easier. That way the cornstarch gets well incorporated and you don't end up with lumps. So here I've added it to the pot, just giving it a good stir. And as I said earlier, it's going to cook on a medium heat for 10 to 15 minutes until the mixture starts to thicken. I didn't mention this earlier, but the full recipe will be down below in the description box. So here our mixture has been on the stove for about 10 minutes and you can see it's starting to stick to the spatula, so it's almost done. I'm going to leave it on the heat for just a couple more minutes and then I'm going to turn the heat off, add the vanilla extract, mix that in well, and then we can set the mixture aside and wait for it to cool. We're going to start with a box of Duncan Hines Perfectly Moist Classic White Cake Mix. 15.25 ounce box. We are going to change the ingredients just a bit. The full recipe will be listed down below in the description box. We're going to start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. I'm just going to put all the ingredients in the bowl at one time and then mix. So we're going to start by adding our cake mix. We have our eggs, our milk, vanilla extract, vanilla pudding, and finally our sour cream. I'm going to go ahead and whisk all these ingredients together until well combined. Sometimes you're moving too fast and you forget things. I completely forgot to add the ½ cup of vegetable oil. So now we're going to mix everything together and we'll be done with the cake batter. All right, so now our cake batter is officially done. I'll be back in just a second. So here I have 1½ cups of fresh blueberries and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm just using this flour to coat the blueberries so hopefully they don't sink to the bottom of the pan as they bake. I do have some leftover flour. Some of that gets in here. That's perfectly fine, but I'm just going to go ahead and dump the blueberries in. So I'll just leave this in the bowl. So now I'm going to gently fold these in the cake batter. All right, so let me grab the cake pans and I'll be right back. I'm going to start by filling 6 of the pans. I'm going to use an ice cream scoop. This is a standard size scoop, and I have this one that is a little bigger. I think you can see the difference. I don't think 2 of these will be enough, and I think 3 will be too much. So I'm going to put 2 scoops of this in each of the pans, and hopefully that'll give me just the amount of cake once it rises that I want. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 scoops in each of the pans. Actually, I'm going to start with 1 scoop first, and I will tell you guys why in just a second. All right, so I'm going to grab a spoon and level this out. And guys, to be perfectly honest, now that I'm spreading this out, I don't think I'm gonna need that much more. So I'll do the second scoop using the smaller ice cream scoop. So here we have the blueberry sauce that I made earlier. I put it in this pan, in this container. So I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze some in the middle. It's still a little warm. It hasn't cooled completely, but this is going into the oven, so it doesn't matter. Once I get all the cakes in, I'll go ahead and put it in the refrigerator, and we're going to use it to put on top of the cake as well. All right, so here we have our smaller scoop. I'm just going to go on top with one of these. I'm gonna go ahead, put these on the cookie sheet, and then fill a few more, because I'm not sure exactly how many I'm gonna be able to get. I've decided to go ahead and bake the 6 first, just to make sure I don't have too much in the pans. I don't want to fill them all that much and then realize it's too much. So if these come out okay, then I'll know the 2 scoops are fine. If it's baked too high, then I know I'll need to use less batter in the pan. So I'll be back when it's time to take the others out of the oven. So our first batch of cakes are still in the oven. I can already tell that they're gonna rise higher than I want them to, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the second batch. And I'm only going to do one of the larger scoops in each pan. I'm not sure if I mentioned this with the first batch or not, but I have not sprayed with non-stick spray. I haven't found that it's necessary with these pans. At least not using box cake mix. The cake seems to separate from the pan with no problem, so I didn't see a need in wasting any non-stick spray, but if you make them, you can certainly use it if you feel more comfortable. Okay, so this is what I have left in the bowl. I'm just gonna scrape the rest of this up and add just a little more to each one. It won't be enough to make any type of difference. The next time I make these, if I only put 1 scoop in each pan, it should be enough to get about 15 pans with 1 box of cake mix, if my math is correct. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the blueberry sauce in. And let me grab a toothpick. And we're just gonna kind of swirl it in a bit. Here are the cakes from the first batch. After 25 minutes in the oven, you can see how they rose above the side of the pan. I don't want that to happen because I do still have to put icing on them, and the lids aren't very tall. So I'm going to take these out of this pan, put the second batch of cakes in the oven, and then we'll see how those turn out. So here is the second batch after 15 minutes in the oven. And this is how I wanted them to be. So I have plenty of space to add the icing, and the icing shouldn't touch the lid once I place the lids on. So we're gonna let everything cool. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the cream cheese icing. Now we're gonna make our cream cheese icing. In the bowl, I have the butter and cream cheese. I'm gonna turn the mixer on until well combined. And then we're gonna add our extract and our powdered sugar. Full recipe will be down below in the description box. Just like that, our cream cheese icing is done. So now we're gonna start icing our cakes. I don't know exactly which tip this is, but this is what I'm gonna use. All right, so now we are going to drizzle some of our blueberry sauce on top. Finally, we're going to top with just a few fresh blueberries. So now for the moment of truth, we're going to put the lids on and see if we have enough space. But you can see the lids aren't very deep. Okay, not too bad. It did press the blueberry down a bit, but here we go. So definitely just one scoop. We've made it to the end of our video. Here we have our blueberry mini loaf cakes. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. I will reply. While you're here, I ask that you also please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.